Hello again, everybody. Ben Joravsky here. We're calling this 80-20 Tuesday, and here's why. The legendary Denali Dasgupta is standing by. We're going to bring her on. She has so much to say. We've been talking about what we're going to say for weeks. Okay, that's an exaggeration, for days. She's wearing a hoodie in honor of, I don't know what, something. She's wearing a hoodie in honor of. But before I bring her on, I got to explain what I mean by 80-20. And before I do that, Denali, it's so appropriate that you would be here because I'm going to make an announcement, a Ben Joravsky Show announcement. So I got a donation from a very generous listener. Thank you very much for the donation. You know, we're passing the hat since we're independent now. And if you want to donate, the benjoravskyshow.com, just go there and you can donate. And a very generous listener donated to the show and had a request. And I am now going to read the request. And when I read this request, Denali will smile because it's an echo of something that Denali has said to me in the past. See how calm I am and rational? I could be on NPR. This is my NPR voice. Hello, everybody. Ben Joravsky here. Very ironic what's happening in the city of Chicago. Irony. Here we go. Quote, "Hey, Boomer." Come on. Hey, Boomer. I am one too, and I have to say, chill a bit on the millennial diss. Check your past episodes and tell me, is it not damn nearly every episode you make your dig? End of quote. And then he gave me money, so I love you, man. So it's not damn nearly, it is every episode. And I have this problem. I'm going to share it with you listeners. I work from the assumption, I was trained to assume that you cannot assume anything with anybody in the world of writing. So when you write a story and you make a reference to Denali, let's say, you can't just say Denali, assuming that everybody knows who she is. You can't just write a reference to Monroe and just say Monroe. You can't write a reference to, say, producer Chris. You have to tell them who they are. This is 101 of journalistic training that every boomer has. And so fast forward when I first started talking on a mic, generous donor, Dennis, Dr. D, the producer, would make fun of me when I would make references without, when I didn't do that. I would refer to someone that I knew like the back of my hand. And Dennis would say, just because you know it doesn't mean everyone knows it. It's a boomer reference. And he would have this joke, hang tight, millennials. So I took it to the next step, which is that millennials know nothing. They know nothing. And not just millennials, but Zs. Fast forward to Denali coming on the show. And Denali is like one of these older millennials. You know, she's a millennial. She's in denial. I'm not a millennial. Oh, you're a millennial.
No, I am a millennial.
Okay.
Charles and I have proudly carried the mantle of geriatric millennial onto this show.
Geriatric? Oh, that's a good line. But she knows stuff. I mean, she really knows stuff that like happened before she was born. And it's always astounding because I'm just not associating that with millennials. And so Denali has so many times told me, stop making references, stop acting like millennials don't know anything. I know what that is, okay? I know who John Lindsay is, for instance. And I'm not even going to tell you, millennials, who John Lindsay is. I'm going to assume all of you know John Lindsay is because Denali knows who John Lindsay is. So, generous donor, you're right. I'm going to stop making that joke. I'm not going to assume that millennials don't know anything because it happened before they were born, or Zs for that matter. Baby millennials are now Zs. Okay. I'm not going to make that reference anymore. I'm not making that joke. I'll see if I can get through this show without doing it. It's going to be a test. Denali's like, thank God. I'm so sick of it. All right. I know who John Lindsay is. Okay, Ben? I know who Adam Clayton Powell is, Ben. You don't have to tell me who Adam Clayton Powell is. I know who Charles Rangel is, Ben. You don't have to tell me. I'm just doing all these references to a certain city, okay, that Denali knows. I know who won the World Series in 1969, the Miracle team from Queens. I know they're in Queens, and I don't have to be told what Queens is. Okay, Ben? So anyway, thank you very much for the donation. Others can match it as well. And I will not do that ever again. I promise. I swear. Sort of. My fingers are crossed. It's hard not to, okay? It's cold turkey.